gonna do what y'all think I'm gonna do, which is just, flip out, man. Even though my hair is all crazy. Getting a haircut tomorrow, guys. Sorry I couldn't make it for the video, but yeah, a little shave there too. Man, I'm not looking at myself, but I'm sure, future me is like, damn, you could have shaved, you could have, Hello, and welcome to Android Weekly. This is R-I-C-K-Y, the Android Guy, bringing you the latest news, and man, is there some news. Apple's dying, guys. It's kind of sad. Let's shed a little tear for them. Apple is the headline news, and wow, are they just dead? They're pretty dead. Apple announced 3 things about the new iPhone that we now know about it. It's not so good. So the iPhone 5S, we pretty much know 3 things about it. It's not obviously confirmed, but I mean it came from Tim Cook, so we can pretty much get this. It will not have NFC, so there will be no mobile payments like that, as well as we will not have any kind of sharing features such as S-Beam has on the Galaxies, or Android Beam even. So you will not have NFC. There will not be a bigger screen. It will be the same screen size. Yippee. Maybe they'll finally get HD. That's probably the only thing they're going to do with the screen. They'll finally be an HD screen. And finally, it will not come out till the fall. So, which means the Galaxy S4 will far outsell and own the entire summer. And then by the time fall comes around, they'll probably have the Note 3 coming out. And good luck, Apple. Apple, wow. Now, the idea behind this is, of course, they're going to have a big launch in the fall, so they're going to have their iPad Mini, the new iPhone, God forbid if they actually are stupid enough to make a cheaper iPhone, as well as probably the iWatch. So that's a huge launch, but if they lose all their customers from now till then, yeah. Really, wow. With that following report, it looks like Wall Street sources say Apple's looking for a new CEO. I honestly will be shocked if Tim Cook is still the CEO at the end of the year. I will really, really be shocked. You heard it here first. I've been calling it since last year. Tim Cook would ruin the company, and he has. I'm not saying that any other CEO will do it better, because if you don't understand that Apple is a high-end company that needs to sell high-end products, not get more numbers and sell more products at a faster pace, but just keep higher profit margin than everyone else, then you don't know Apple and you shouldn't be running it. But I'm not trying to save the company, so keep on doing what you're doing. It's great. Well, good job, Apple. Another person that has a lot to do with Apple, of course, is Steve Wozniak. Steve Wozniak was the co-founder of Apple, and oh man, do I think he's being paid by someone on the opposite side, because he said in an interview, Apple's working on products that will surprise and shock us all, but he doesn't know what they are. So here's the thing. This is why I think Wozniak is really, at this point, really a fanboy for the other side, whether it be Android or Windows. I'm guessing Android. Because when Apple doesn't shock and amaze us all, that will bring the stocks even further down. Apple's already dropped 300 in the past couple months, in 4 or 5 months. So dropping down further is just, wow. But that will happen if our anticipations are very high and they flop, which they're going to. So yeah. I feel like Steve Wozniak is getting paid by the other side or something, or he definitely is a fan of the other side, because man, if you hype that up and then it doesn't turn out, well, then you get the 4S, and it's just getting worse for Apple. Yes, it's getting worse. On the other side, however, Samsung is now exploring touchless tablet interactions with brainwave technology. So, obviously this is still in the very, 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 very early testing phases, but it's kind of really cool. What we've seen is basically if you put something on top of your head that actually, of course, has access to things like brainwaves and can read brainwaves. You can actually move and operate a tablet that way, which is really cool, of course. I mean, this is definitely towards the future, but I mean, imagine 5 to 10 years if we have this kind of technology at our disposal. I mean, it's really going to bring just so much of a futuristic kind of style. I would most likely say 10 years. I would say in 5 years we're going to get like the bendable screens and all that kind of stuff. And then in 10 years we could get like transparent screens, as well as, being able to move things with our mind would just be insane, Although it's kind of scary at the same time. I mean, if you have something like Google Glass and it has that kind of technology, I think it'd be really cool. If you have like a hat, it's kind of weird. Unless it's like a fashionable hat, and then we'll just be like kind of weird still. But yeah, it's a little creepy, but it's still really a cool technology, and I mean, definitely futuristic and something that, not all of us think that we would see that quickly in our lifetime. The Note 3 is rumored to now not only be a different kind of more metallic finish, but now it's being rumored to have the first plastic OLED screen. So this was, I believe, called which is Samsung's bendable flexible screens. So supposedly this is going to be the first plastic OLED screen, which are really, really cool looking. When I saw them at CES, I was just like, oh my god. And they're really trippy. Now, to make a comment on that also, LG supposedly says that they will have their first flexible screen this year on a device. Now, will they actually be able to deliver, or will they just kind of say it and then didn't deliver it? Or it's kind of interesting. I wish Samsung would do it first, because I feel like LG won't do it right, and I don't want people to kind of be about the technology. I mean, that's a really, really cool technology. So I hope Samsung does it first compared to LG, because LG just, in comparing to certain things, just doesn't do it as fine-tuned, I would say, as Samsung does. Speaking of LG, too, they're going to have their press conference for their new Optimus G device. Now, we don't know which device this will exactly be. We're expecting it to be the Optimus G Pro, but they're going to have their event, and my tablet just kind of, wow. They're going to have their first Optimus LG event on, I believe it's going to be on the 15th. Finally loaded, sorry. On May 1st. No, Key will be on the 15th. So those are the two new phones that we're going to get announced. However, LG's already leaked, and for some reason they're bringing the 5.5 version to the US. And they're bringing it on AT&T, which I think is the worst one that they could do it on. I think if anything, they gained more traction on Sprint with their previous Optimus, but their Optimus G didn't sell well on AT&T. So I'm really kind of curious why they're doing that. Now this will be a direct competitor to the Note 2, which since we're not going to have the Note 3 probably till the fall, is kind of good for them. But AT&T is really more of a ground of Galaxy versus Apple. You don't see a lot of them going towards LG. Maybe they will with this, but it has a full 1080p display, 3140 milliamp battery, so slightly really good battery, 13 megapixel camera, 2.1 front. Still only Android 4.1. Jesus, LG, why are you releasing new phones with old operating systems? Come on. And 32 gigs built-in storage. No word if it's going to have expandable memory or not yet. But yeah, I'm really curious to see how this will go. Really, yeah, just kind of interested to see if it will be a big success or if it'll be another flop from LG. We'll have to wait and see what comes out. On some other interesting news, we have the Acer showing a leak photo of a 8-inch Windows 8 tablet, which is kind of interesting. There was rumors, of course, that Windows would now have a 7-inch version of their tablet and possibly like a 7-inch Surface, which, as we've seen, 7-inch tablets have been not only the easier ones to sell because they're lower priced, so consumers tend to like them. They're a bit more portable and friendly. I, of course, have switched from my 10-inch to the 8-inch. So I definitely do like it a lot more. I feel it's just more portable, and unless I'm at a desk, I tend to use it more now. So I definitely like it a lot more. What do you like though? Do you prefer a 7-inch, 8-inch, 10-inch tablet? Which one do you prefer? It's kind of interesting. I like to always see which tablets people are preferring more nowadays. And finally, it looks like MetroPCS and T-Mobile will officially merge as of April 30th. So as of April 30th, the two companies will finally merge and join together. Details, though, are still a bit sketchy. I guess we'll see how that happens. Will Metro PCS users still have their own same plans for like a year, and then they'll be merged into T-Mobile, or what's going to happen? We do know that T-Mobile will get a boost on their LTE radius, of course, with this, so it'll be interesting to see how that works out. Alright guys, well that was all of the articles for this week. Hope you enjoyed Android Weekly for all your latest news on Android and the mobile world. Again, a moment of silence for Apple. It's been a good ride, but Tim Cook has now destroyed everything Steve Jobs built. So yeah. Thank you for watching. This has been RCKY, the Android Guy.